welcome to Jump In and Rant. This is the Instant Classic V, that's me, and I'm here to bring you a show today because last night on Monday Night Raw was insane. Paul Heyman has been doing a great job with the show so far, so there was so much to talk about, so let's get right on into it. But before I start, go ahead and be sure to like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good fun stuff. Leave a comment below so I can chit chat with you guys too. If you don't know, Samoa Joe is in the process of turning face, which is awesome because he's actually a good wrestler, good competitor. He tells a great story. He does an amazing job, and him just beating Sami Zayn's ass last night was absolutely awesome. It was fun to watch. You saw him still saying, he doesn't like anybody. It'll take a while to forgive everybody. Da 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 da. But he's in the process of turning face. It's just a matter of time. But he's actually still amazing. Like he's still doing great things, and until that actually time comes, let's just enjoy the ride and see what happens. But we did get to see Sasha Banks, which was awesome because I thought she would have appeared at SummerSlam, but waiting until the next night on Raw is still awesome because it packs out the arena anyways. It was sold out last night, and watching Sasha come down there, I knew she was going to end up hitting Natty, and I just saw it and just her whooping her ass, and then seeing Becky Lynch come down for the save and then getting her ass whooped. She actually got a chair shot to the head. I don't know if anybody knows, but it was a nice little chair shot to Becky's head, but we hope she's okay. And the storyline between Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks will keep going. I'm glad she changed her hair to blue. It looks pretty cool, don't get me wrong, I love it. And I think that's going to make for an awesome storyline. Now, if it's going to lead to Sasha winning the title, I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I could go either way, honestly. Becky Lynch is an awesome champion. Sasha Banks is amazing in the ring. Great on the mic. She knows all of her shit. So, outside of her whining and complaining from losing the women's tag titles, it was still, it'll be awesome to see these two kind of go at it because this will actually be a long, drawn-out storyline that will hopefully maybe culminate in a new women's champion. But we'll see what ends up happening. It's still going on pretty good. But the 24/7 titles, that was awesome. I mean, you went from Truth to, Drake, man. Oh my God, Drake is still one of the funniest persons to keep going after that title. I enjoy him going after that title the entire time. Him and Truth, they got awesome chemistry together. They're funny as can be. Having Elias at the very end take the title away from Truth, that was just, Carmella should have said something like before, but, it's got to play out the storyline. Now, I think Elias is, 2-3-time champion of 24/7, but, Truth is still able to get the title back, but has still end up losing to Elias. So it remains to see if anything's going to culminate on SmackDown tonight, but, last night on Raw was still great, and it's the 24/7 title is still the most entertaining title to watch. So then you had Cedric Alexander losing to Drew McIntyre. The match was awesome. Like, by all means, that match was phenomenal. I mean, you knew Drew was gonna win, but he didn't have to kind of attack him from behind or anything. It was a straight up clean match. But those two just went at it like crazy. And Cedric, he had his close shot. So I think it's just they're trying to get Cedric over. I mean, he's popular now and he's growing and growing. They want to get him over. And Drew's actually doing an amazing job at getting him over. So Drew's still Drew, and that's what he does. I mean, hopefully after this whole storyline with Drew and Cedric will end, that Drew will go on to bigger and better things and grab himself a title somewhere. Shit, that guy's been in there for a little while, and I love to see him Intercontinental, U.S. champ, something, anything. If you don't know, there's a lot going on with SmackDown. Brock Lesnar losing and not getting his rematch on Raw or at all. So, because I think the whole chapter with Seth and Brock is just closed altogether. So, I want to say because of Fox, being SmackDown in October, they want to get Brock over there to become the champion, so that ratings will be up here, because that's exactly where they want it to be. They want it to be very high. They want, Brock Lesnar's the biggest name in there, so him actually being the champion of SmackDown, he would be the first one on there, coming out, and people, it would give a good pop, because Brock, love him or hate him, he still brings in the ratings. He's still awesome, in the ring. Paul Heyman's good on the mic for him, so it's fun to still watch. But it would be nice to see him, Kofi, and Randy in like a triple threat for the title of the next pay-per-view, rather than just Kofi and Brock, because that's literally David and Goliath right there. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to see it, but honestly, it would be a greater for the triple threat and watching Brock just dominate over the both of them, and Kofi Kingston, he his reign of champion will come to an end soon. But I love Kofi. Don't get me wrong, and that ending at SummerSlam was just horrible, and they know it. But we'll see what ends up happening tonight on SmackDown. If you don't know, King of the Ring is next week for Monday Night Raw. I think they're going to play it out over a couple weeks' time because you got your Raw roster people, you got your SmackDown roster people. So I think they're all going to do their battles and culminate for the following week for like the winner, takes the King of the Ring. And I think a lot of people with the King of the Ring because nothing good happened to the past few King of the Rings, but they're hoping that they actually get something more than just a robe and a scepter because we want to see more. Whether it's like hey, you become like the 30th man in the Royal Rumble. Hey, you'll get a championship opportunity. The last King of the Ring was Bad News Barrett, and where is he? Nowhere to be found because nobody gives a shit. It's the King of the Ring. Even when Bret Hart won the King of the Ring, nothing good came from that. He just got beat down by Jerry Lawler, which led to a feud. And then Owen Hart, he kind of took that as the King of Hearts, and he ran with it, but nothing good came from it. Booker T, he did his royalty, which was lame, but, he got a title out of it. When Sheamus became King of the Ring, that was just, it ruined him, and he got rid of it because it was nothing, and no one gave a shit. So, whatever happens with this King of the Ring, hopefully they do something a little bit better than prior years. So it has been quite a long time considering Bad News Barrett was the last King of the Ring, and I think it's like 6 years or something like that. So, hopefully they do a better job this time. Well, we'll see. We did get to see AJ versus Seth, which was awesome, but obviously you saw the OC getting in. Ricochet tried to come down and make the save and didn't do a good job at that, but Braun Strowman eventually came in, beat the shit out of all of them, and that was just awesome. And I really thought Braun Strowman was still going to grab the title from Seth and just turn on him too. That kind of would have been good, but I think they're still trying to build up Braun a little bit more, and so they're gonna AJ he wants a match against Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman says he's bigger than all three of y'all. So if you all think you have the benefit in numbers, you're wrong because he's bigger than all three of you put together. So. Next Monday night at Raw, we do get to see AJ Styles versus Braun Strowman, and I am definitely looking forward to that because of, Braun Strowman, even if he has like Ricochet on the side, someone to come out, just to kind of, get rid of the OC, and if he takes that title, I would be absolutely amazed because that would just be awesome. I mean, Braun Strowman, he deserves to have a title somewhere besides the tag team titles that he got rid of after was Crown Jewel, WrestleMania, one of the two pay-per-views. That didn't really make a difference that he even won the tag titles. That was probably WrestleMania. So it was just, seeing Braun, he's done a lot better job. Obviously, we saw Bray Wyatt last night, or actually at SummerSlam, but we didn't see him last night. So, hopefully we get to see The Fiend sometime soon. Who he's going to go after next, I have no idea, but he's awesome. I mean, it's playing out, and a lot of people want to see him first as The Undertaker, maybe not now, but sooner down the line. And if he keeps up with this good momentum, then seeing him actually like retire the Undertaker, whether it's this year or next year, sometime, I think that would be an awesome opportunity. And they're gonna elevate Bray because he's doing a good job with the Fiend and that whole entire character. It's just the entrance music got a whole reboot. Like he's just got rebooted all over the place, and it's great to see. I love seeing Bray Wyatt be elevated because that's a guy who has done everything he can to make him a better character, and he's done an amazing job at that too. So, it definitely look forward to seeing more. The Miz beat the shit out of Dolph Ziggler like Goldberg did at SummerSlam, so that was actually pretty funny. I didn't even catch it. It took me till today to see that Dolph Ziggler was actually sporting a Kabuki Warriors t-shirt. Speaking of the Kabuki Warriors, can't believe they lost. However, on the other hand, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, those two actually as tag champions is pretty good. They're elevating it. They're actually defending the titles, and they defended it at SummerSlam. Alexa Bliss came out in that Buzz Lightyear costume, and that shit was awesome. They look cool as fuck. So, watching them actually use them and actually use the women's tag titles like on a weekly basis is just amazing because those titles need to be elevated. The Iconics barely ever using them, and it's not their fault. It's just it's McMahon didn't want to do anything. He hates the women's tag team division, but I'm sure he loves Alexa Bliss, and those two having the titles if that's going to be what it takes to elevate those titles, then by all means, but still, Kabuki Warriors, don't make a fucking fool out of them. You need to elevate those two girls because those, oh my god, I love seeing them in the ring, but watching them just keep on losing, they're nowhere near that. They need to either split up, have a feud against each other, something, because those two, they know how to wrestle. They are amazing in the ring. Both Asuka and Kairi Sane, they are two amazing women in the ring, and if you get Shayna Baszler, if you get her to finally drop that NXT title, you can bring her up to the main roster. I would love to see a triple threat between the three of them and just watch all three of them go at it. No outside interference, none of that. Stick them in a cage, hell in a cell. I don't really care. Either way, those three are just money all over the place. So, hopefully they'll do something along with that. We also got to see Rey Mysterio be a punching bag yet again, which is funny because if you watch one of my other prior shows, you'll see me say that, Andrade and Rey Mysterio are fighting again and again and again and again. And here they were last night, yet again. 2 out of 3 falls. Rey Mysterio lost both falls. And, like I said, he's just being used as a punching bag. But I really hope that they're going to go somewhere with it and not just be like, hey, we're just going to keep using you to try to get over the younger talent. Otherwise, he should just, see you later, I'm out. He doesn't need the money from WWE. He can go get it from anywhere else. So it remains to be seen what happens with Rey Mysterio, but kind of hope they do something, revamp his character. I know he's been the same character for a long time, but they can always repackage even some of the older guys. I mean, he still performs in the ring pretty damn well. It's just he gets used and abused. I mean, stick him with Lucha House Party, stick him with Andrade, bring all of them together and go invade 205 Live. I think that'd be awesome. So there's so much to do, and I wanted to make a show today because if I were to do today, tomorrow, and all together one show, it would be a very long show. I'm already running in 12 minutes right now, so I want to just be able to cover everything with you. If I missed anything, I'll probably cover it tomorrow. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to hit a like, comment, share it. Bring out more people because I love bringing in more fans because I love watching wrestling. And if anybody wants to be on the show, let me know. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.